What's going on, folks? How are you? How's it going? Hope you are doing awesome. And if you are an industrial tenant rep, you are helping these companies that are looking for a warehouse space, manufacturing space, any sort of manufacturing or commercial or industrial type of usage. Then you're gonna want to pay close attention to this particular video, because I'm going to give you the 10 questions you want to ask any new industrial tenant representation client that you take on for your commercial real estate business. You're going to have to know the answers to these 10 things. This will just save you a lot of time, save your clients a lot of time, save the landlords a lot of time, save the leasing agents a lot of time. And as we all know, time is money. So get these 10 questions answered, maybe in the initial tenant representation client consultation. This is that initial meeting that you have with that business owner who's looking for the warehouse space to lease. You want to maybe just bring this as a checklist and make sure that you have the answers to these questions, because the more information that you have, the faster that you'll be able to run this search for industrial space for lease, and the more likely you will help them to find exactly what they're looking for, because you have all the information up front of what you're looking for, and that'll just save you so much time and ensure that you're only looking at particular properties that fit their particular criteria. So here we go. Number one, what is their business? What are they doing? What are they selling? What are they making? You want to get the background on the company, how long they've been around, what's their situation, how they're doing financially, how many employees they have, who are their customers. Just kind of get the general information about their business, what's going on. The more you know about their business, the more that you take ownership of what they're doing, of what their mission is, the more aligned you are with what they're looking to do, which is expand into a new location and continue to grow and create more jobs and create more tax revenue and create more opportunities and produce more useful products that benefit more people. The more you're aligned with that particular mission, the more likely you will just be more aligned with the search for space, and the more focused you will be on putting yourself in the shoes of your client. And if you were the client working in this new space, could you be successful in this new warehouse, in this new manufacturing facility, in this new laboratory space, flex space, which is an industrial warehouse property alongside office type of property as well. The more that you can put yourself in your client's shoes and envision what they're envisioning, and then look at these spaces, the more value you can provide as their tenant representative, because basically you made their business your business. You're in the business of creating business, right? And so if you can see what they see, and you know exactly what they're doing with their business, what their needs are, and you can anticipate what their needs are in this new space, the more likely you'll successfully find. Okay, moving on. Number two, you want to know how much square footage they're looking to lease. You got to know, that particular number. If they're not sure, if they give you kind of a range, maybe it helps to go actually visit their current property. If they're probably have their own space that they're currently working out of, maybe to get a look at what sort of equipment they might have to transfer over to the new space, and what sort of, maybe they're parking construction vehicles, trucks, cars in this space. You're going to have to measure for that type of stuff. So definitely, if they know how much square footage that they're working with, is helpful, but also kind of look at what their current situation is with all their equipment that they would have to move into this new space. And that should help you to come up with the amount of square footage that they're looking for. It always helps to have too much space than not enough space. Would you agree? So definitely get an idea of how much space they're looking for. Number three, what location are they looking to be in? Do they need to be near, accessible to highways? Are they a distribution center or manufacturing type of company that, there'll be a lot of trucks going back and forth and a lot of product being moved around? They're going to have to be near highways. What sort of, other sort of special needs are needed on the property? And, where is it situated? Where are most of the employees commuting to that location coming from? These are just some of the questions you want to get a rough idea about, because the owner might have an idea of where they want to be for a location, but after you learn more about what they're looking for and what their company is like, you might be able to suggest other areas that could either be other places to consider or good backup types of properties to take a look at as well. Next, number 4. Are they looking just to lease, or would they consider other types of opportunities, perhaps purchasing if the numbers made sense, build to suit type of opportunities where you come in onto this property and the landlord will actually construct the property that is in accordance with your client's specifications? Would they be open to these other types of opportunities to get into this new property, or are they only looking to lease? Also, what is their budget for that lease? What are they looking to spend on rent, on utilities? Most likely these types of warehouse properties will be a triple net type of lease, and they might have to take care of their own type of things like snow plowing and landscaping and security. So what is their budget, their monthly budget that they're looking to spend? And then that will help you to kind of narrow down the types of warehouses and industrial properties that are available for lease that fit their budget. Also, you want to just make sure that they have the proof of funds, or let's say that things do progress in a deal, that they have the money in the bank and those numbers that everybody likes to see in order to make sure that that lease is signed. Next, you want to know how long of a lease term are they looking to do? 1 year, 2 years, maybe 2 years with an option, multiple years. You want to get a good idea of how long they're planning on leasing this type of space, so that you can also find the right types of space that would accommodate for those types of leases. Next, number 6. What is their parking requirements? Do they have to be near public transportation? Obviously, if they have trucks coming in and out, are they going to be parking trucks on the property as well? So a lot of these industrial facilities also have a good amount of outside storage space, large parking lots. However, some don't. So you'll need to figure out and learn from what your client responds as far as what their parking situation and whether they need to be near any sort of public transportation routes. Okay, number 7 is you want to learn, do they need a loading dock, multiple loading docks? What are their storage needs? What are their warehouse needs? What will they be storing in their warehouse space? You want to get a good idea of the amount of possibly, which is the ceiling heights as well as the clear span, which will accommodate all the storage space that will be in that facility that the space that you're looking to lease will accommodate. So ceiling heights, number 8. Number 9, how many shifts will be working there? Are they just going to be a first shift type of operation, a 9 to 5 type of business, or will there be a second shift which comes in after the 5 o'clock crew leaves, and then a third shift, which is the late night employees? Are they going to be running 24/7? How many shifts will this company be running? Is definitely something that you want to know, because that is information that any landlord will want to know when they're leasing out space to a potential new tenant. Okay, number 10 is what type of power is required? Do they require a 3-phase power, 2-phase, single phase? Maybe it doesn't matter. They're an electrical company. They can figure that stuff out themselves. What are their power requirements to run their operation in this warehouse space that you're helping them to lease? And lastly, just a bonus question you might want to throw in there if you didn't cover it already. What are the requirements for office space? So maybe they're possibly looking for more of a flex space type of property, which is a combination of warehouse space with the office space as well to accommodate any sort of office usage. So there you go. Those are the 10 plus questions that you want to ask a commercial tenant who's looking to lease out warehouse space, industrial space. This will definitely be a popular request probably coming through for your commercial real estate business now that the Farm Bill of 2018 has passed, which legalizes industrial hemp for cultivation across the U.S., and that will lead to a lot more industrial opportunities, a lot more demand for industrial leasing of warehouse space, manufacturing facilities, distribution centers, and of course, retail and office space and multifamily properties as well. So it's just going to be a huge demand for commercial real estate. And by you watching these videos and learning what you can do to create success in your commercial real estate business, just like I am learning about what it takes to be successful in commercial real estate and sharing that information with you, together we can all be successful in commercial real estate. The more you learn, the more you earn. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.